Hello everyone, Krydax here. Welcome back to our space exploration playthrough. Today we will begin using our astronomic science packs. We have gotten 32 of them so far. We didn't change any of the automation here, but I did add a lot more thermal radiators so that we can support the flow rate that we need for the cold thermofluid. And then I'm missing a few more speed 2 modules because I haven't gone back down to the surface of the planet in a while. And then I set up some circuits for these pumps. So essentially what happens is it will only feed the cool thermofluid into the hypercoolers if we have above 1,000 in this tank, which means there should always be some cool thermofluid available for this machine learning data, which needs cool thermofluid. And then this tank here only pumps new hot thermofluid, or I guess warm thermofluid, into the system if we have less than 2,000 in this tank. So that way we won't ever overload the system. And then everything else is a closed loop, so the warm thermofluid comes back after we use the cold thermofluid. So all of this seems to be running smoothly. I haven't had any issues yet. And we are slowly creating space science, which is cool. I did notice we actually got some beryllium in our original satellite. We have 1,000 plates. So I'm considering using the other recipe because we can use that 1,000 plates to craft this 50 times. And as far as I can tell, it essentially quadruples the output because it uses half of the significant data, catalogs, and insight to produce twice as much astronomic science. So if we use 2 of each, we end up producing 4 astronomic science instead of 1. So essentially 20 beryllium plates creates 3 astronomic science packs. And let's just go ahead and look at what other uses it has. So it does make the cargo rocket sections cheaper. It makes blank observation frames cheaper. It makes these aeroframe things that I don't have a need for yet. And then it does all sorts of later game stuff, and we can do thermal radiator 2s, which I can research with astronomic science, but I don't have the Kryonite yet. And that's all it does. So I think I'm going to use that 1,000. I might as well. But I think by the time I need more, I'm going to actually have automated it. So we are going to request beryllium plates. And then we will use the better recipe. And so that should help jumpstart my astronomic science production. I'll get 4 times as much, at least until we run out of plates. So I'm going to request the astronomic science packs in these labs. We'll start with just a request of 50 each. And then the other thing I wanted to do is actually make module 4s, productivity module 4s. So I brought, on the last rocket, which I launched remotely, I brought up some more module 3s. I think, if I can find them. Yeah, here we go. So I'll need 3 stacks of those. And then I brought up some vulcanite blocks, which I'll need 2.5 stacks of. And blue chips. And I think that's all I need on top of the machine learning data. So I'll put 50 machine learning data. That's as much vulcanite as I can put. And there we go, module 4s. Speed this up a little bit. We've got plenty of power. So we'll get exactly 50 because it's 1 machine learning data per module. And that should help our research be even more productive to make the best use of our space science, because it's very expensive. So I will replace all of these with productivity module 4s. And our research speed is still at the minimum of 5.8 for each one. And now the productivity is up to 60% extra. So for every 2 science we use, we get, 3.2 as the output. So it's, excuse me, it's quite a big boost to our science. So let's go ahead and try out our rocket cargo safety. Probably reusability is the most important one. And then survivability. So there we go. We're finally using our astronomic science, which feels really good. I also, let's see. I think I didn't make any more changes, actually. Oh, I made this faster is what I did, because I wasn't getting enough of the blank data cards. So I needed this to be faster. At some point I may need more than one decontamination facility, but for now, it's working. I do want a new cosmic water recipe, because, let's see, space water, I think it's called. So I can make it from water and lubricant. Oh, I guess I'll never get around that. So really, I just need a new way to get water to space, which is going to be the water ice. And then a new way to make lubricant, which uses Kryonite slush. So once I have Kryonite, lubricant, and water both become cheaper, and we can easily make lots of this cosmic water. But most of this gets recycled anyway, because, contaminated cosmic water goes in here, and we get 99% of it back. So, essentially, each time I use 5, I'm really only using 0.05 cosmic water. So, that will last, a few water barrels and a few lubricant barrels last a long time. So, I've got production module 4's done, and we officially have our astronomic science going. Let's see what else I can research. I will need these energy catalogs to get energy science packs sooner or later. I really want space beacons at some point, but we're still a little bit a ways from those because we need energy science pack 2, which requires these broad energy catalogs. Require quantum, atomic, subatomic, and force field, which require all sorts of things. Proton streams, ion streams. Yeah, so that's still a long ways away. So I'm not going to worry about beacons yet. I think first I'm going to figure out Cryonite as the main idea. And then I feel like I did something back on Navi, whatever we call it. Let's see. Space science, beryllium. No, I think that's it. So, okay, let's do some researching again. Let's see what this zone discovery does. I'm imagining it will do the same thing that happens when I launch a satellite. Yeah, a new planet. Which of course doesn't have Kryonite. So, thinking I might do a couple more of these. And then we definitely want more rocket parts to be recycled. That's a very valuable research. Saving 4 rocket parts on average on every launch is a huge savings. Oh, that's what I did. I went back to our Vulcanite planet and I dropped in some more cargo parts. I actually had to place... Oh, those can't be deconstructed? That is very unfortunate. I was hoping these can be deconstructed by bots, but I guess they can't be. I wonder if it counts as trees and rocks. So maybe if I do that. Nope. It's really unfortunate. Because there's no way I can... pick those up. Interesting. Huh. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. So I'll have to visit the planet. I had meant to put those in storage to be placed into the rockets, but then I launched away, and so I placed them on the ground, hoping I could deconstruct them later as my rocket launched. But I did add some repair packs around the base, along with more construction robots, so if an asteroid does strike, hopefully the construction bots can fix it up, and I added some delivery cannon chests in a couple places, again, just in case we need to deliver some resources. So I didn't want to deal with the amount of power needed for meteor defense, so hopefully we can just do meteor repairs rather than defense. Okay, so on the asteroid belt, looks like there's some amount of water ice on the asteroid belt, which is cool. And then we've discovered a whole new star. So I don't know how easy it is to go to another star. Can I even select it? Can. 450,000 fuel, though. It is a lot of fuel. So I don't think I want to fetch Kryonite from another star system, because that's just going to be a bit insane. But if I go to the interstellar map, we can see that this is the star that we just discovered. And I assume there's lots of planets and moons in that system. So for now, we will have to settle for the best place we can get Kryonite, which is Horaritum. And there's a little bit of biter threat, 97% solar and 7-minute days, which is about the same solar as our home planet. So I will do some scanning on this planet, and we'll see if we can find some Kryonite. Takes a second to load in. Looks like we've got iron, stone, lots of Vita melange, and coal. So it's good that we have Vita melange, because we will need that. Oh look, there's 716 Kryonite. Not as much as I need. Because once we start doing biological science, we'll need Vita melange. So, and there's also some vulcanite, which could come in handy if I want to smelt some things on planet here. I can also make rocket fuel directly out of vulcanite, so I might do that. So I don't need to bring fuel with me. That's enough vulcanite for quite a few rocket launches. Because it takes, well, I don't know how much it'll take from this planet, but we'll guess around 50,000 fuel. And each vulcanite is worth about 1.5-ish liquid rocket fuel. Or no, I think it's 3. I was doubling my multiple. So that'll be 4 million liquid rocket fuel over the course of time. Okay, here's some more vulcanite. Still have not found any Kryonite. So what I'm going to do is actually just start a scan, because I don't want to walk around manually. It will take... it'll slow down my game some, but that'll scan while we're away. Let's see, we've got... all of these are full of astronomic science, and we've still got another 8. So this is getting work done. So let's do another survivability or reusability. Because then with 5 of these researched, then the base will be 40%. So on average, we'll only have to use 60 rocket parts. Okay, let's let's view our surface here. Okay, we've gotten some scanning done. I still don't see any Kryonite. I think it only shows up on frozen areas, and this planet so far hasn't shown a lot of frozen areas. Well, let's keep exploring here. I guess we might as well see what's connected. Oh, that's the end of that frozen area. So here's another frozen area. Maybe we'll get lucky. In this area, there's another small patch. We need a big patch. There we go. How much is this? 2.5 million? That's awesome. It's not a ton. There's a single biter base that should be easy to kill. So I'm hoping there's some more Cryonite somewhere. Here we go. Here's a bunch more. 4.8 million. Okay. So that should be enough between these two patches. These cliffs are quite annoying, but we can just use underground belts, I guess. Gosh, there are so many cliffs on this planet. Building solar is going to be a huge hassle. Okay. But that all looks pretty good. I think I'll stop my scan. I'm guessing there's maybe one more patch somewhere on this ice, I hope. Oh, that's the edge of the planet right there. So it's about this big, I guess. Let's see. More Cryonite would be very nice. Because I assume that'll last me for a while, but probably not the whole playthrough. So this will at least be enough to get us going for now, though. Okay, so we need to set up our Cryonite mining in Helmod, just like we did Vulcanite. I guess I'll do it in its own line. Kryonite. So let's see, Kryonite slush barrels. Can those be launched in delivery cannons? Kryonite. No. Okay. So the barrels are probably not the best way to transport it, because Kryonite rods stack to 100, whereas the slush, 10 barrels would only be 500 slush, which is only 50 Kryonite rods worth. So it does fix the sulfuric acid being necessary, but 1 barrel of sulfuric acid is going to take care of 5,000 Kryonite slush. So that should be easy to transport. So we'll want to transport it as rods. So output, we'll do the same 40 that we did for Vulcanite. We'll probably not be able to do productivity. Well, I guess I could do nuclear power. I don't know if I want to do nuclear power because of updates per second reasons. But it is an option. Okay, so we'll have a bunch of miners. We will want to use efficiency module 1s in all of them. And then this is looking pretty similar to what we did before with our Vulcanite. In fact, other than steam, I think it's pretty much the exact same recipe. Now, I do think there's water on this planet. Let's double check though. View surface. Was there water somewhere? Yeah, okay. So I'll feel fine using water wells on this planet, so we don't have to worry about the water this time. And we can just loop the water back in and make landfill with the stone. So this will be a pretty simple process. Just like before, nothing too fancy. So I will use... Let's just imagine, what if I did use productivities? And then I wanted to... Because that will stretch my Kryonite more than twice as far, I believe. Because if I change these to speed, we go from 35 Kryonite to 80. So it more than doubles my Kryonite, especially if I can use some of the productivity module 4s, potentially in some of these buildings. Then that will be helpful as well. So for my beacon, let's imagine we did all... That would be way too many though, so we need some speed. 8.3 megawatts, 8.8. We'll maybe settle for 8.8. Looks like a good balance. I think that's better. It's only a little bit more power, and it'll use less pulverizers. I might just use 4 pulverizers, honestly, and do this. Yeah, that's better. That way we only need 1 beacon. And then for the chemical plants, a few speeds. Let's see if we can save some power. 8.9 megawatts goes down to 8.6. Goes down to 8.3. And if I removed one more, we're above 8, 7.8 megawatts. 7.3, 6.5, 5.2. Difference is getting more significant. So if we really wanted to use a lot of modules, we could bring it down to 3 megawatts, but that... I don't know if I want to use that many modules. So we'll maybe leave it here and use 2 beacons, because this is supposed to be 125. Enter. And that was messing with my power a little bit because it thought I needed more beacons. And then the good old industrial furnaces, I cannot make any less efficient, because I believe if I change these to efficiency, we actually end up using more power. 95.4. Yeah, 97.1. So, can't use these. Those only go in space. Is it worth switching to the electric furnaces? Or even maybe reducing productivity just a little bit? 112 megawatts. That brings me down to 89 megawatts, and this would bring me down to 68.4. Huh. Let's see. So I have the new solar panels, and those provide quite a bit more power. They're right here. So these are 400 kilowatts, which is about 7 times more than a solar panel. So let's do some quick math. If we have a need for 70 megawatts, so the normal solar panel is its amount times 0.7. So that's the average output of a solar panel, is 70%. So if we have 400 times 0.7, the average output is 280 kilowatts, and we have 400 kilowatts. So we would need 244 of the flat solar panels, which is quite a few, and we would need a lot of accumulators, probably around 1,000, 1,500. But I think I could maybe manage that. Is it worth the productivity, or do I just want to go with cheaper power and just completely, you know, take out a few more productivity, put in a few more efficiency, and then we basically only need, you know, 20 megawatts for the whole thing. Yeah, maybe I'll settle with that. Productivity in the pulverizers is fairly cheap, as well as the chemical plants, but it's not super cheap in the furnaces. So until we get better efficiency modules, I think I'll settle for something like this, which still is much more efficient. We're using close to half of the ore. So we'll get that set up. I need to go back to the home planet. I think. I do want to grab the solar panels first, though. So if I'm just producing 25 megawatts, we have to go back into our panel here. So 25,000 kilowatts divided by, was it 280 is what we got for each? So I need 90 of the flat solar panels. So 100 will be perfect. And we will go ahead and launch home, I think. Do I need to grab anything else? I don't think I do. Hopefully I'm not forgetting anything. Okay. Got that. I also set this so it could unload the vulcanite into our box here. And we probably should have some sort of alert that goes off. I didn't think about that until just now, but that would be handy to have an alarm go off when this drops below maybe 10,000 vulcanite. Vulcanite block, less than 10,000. Miscellaneous. Alarms. Buzzer. Yeah, that works. And we want global playback and show an alert. Live settings will be vulcanite. Okay. So that should do it. And then that way we'll know when to launch another rocket. And this is the one we will take with us, complete with 100 rocket parts this time, instead of just the... and I might even take a few extra in my inventory. I'll take 10. I'll take 10 extra, just in case, because I don't want to get stranded again. And then the capsules, I have some extras here. I should only need one in my inventory as a spare, because this already has one in it. So we will want to launch this to Horatum, which will just be 60,000 fuel. This combinator turns on the pump, so that will pump liquid fuel in. And then, other than launching the rocket there to get myself there, I'm trying to think of what I'll need. I'll just need to grab all these buildings, which I already have most of them. Oh, my nanobots are placing some lights. I didn't have any... Let's craft some. I didn't have any lamps in the logistics storage, so... And I did finally automate the provider chests. Okay, so I need a bunch of miners. 3 stacks should be plenty, because it says I only need 130. And then we'll grab 6 stacks of efficiency module 1s. We need 5 pulverizers and 13 chemical plants. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and chemical plants 15. Oh, 13. We'll make a few extra. And then industrial furnaces, I need 21. Which I already have exactly 20, so we'll just make 2 more. And that should do it. In terms of modules, we need a lot of efficiency modules. 109. That's a lot. If I make this speed... What happens? So 2.9 megawatts. If I make that speed, that doesn't help at all in terms of total. What if I change this to a speed? 2.9 megawatts to 10 megawatts, but we still need almost as many furnaces, so that doesn't help very much. So that seems, I seem to have found the sweet spot where the power has been reduced as much as it can, but we have as many speed modules as possible while doing that. So I don't think it's going to get any better than this. So we'll just take our lumps and grab our efficiency modules here. So I've got 150 of those. We'll need 100 of the prod 3s, which we already have 100. These are producing very slowly. I wonder what the holdup is. We don't have enough red chips, and the red chips don't have enough copper wire. Copper wire. Okay, it's running at full. At some point, maybe I should upgrade these to blue belts. I'm sure I'll have to redo all of my module production at some point. For now, it seems good enough. At this point, maybe I should speed them up a little bit, because we have a lot more power, so that way we can fill up a blue belt, which I have on an upgrade planner. We'll do that. So that should help with the overall amount of wires. Okay. So I think I have all the modules I need. How many speed did I want? I need 51 speed 3s, which I have 75 now. So that should be plenty. And then let's think about what else we want to take with us. We have roboports. I want to take some robots. And then I'll need a lot more belts. And I'll need... What else will I need? So I'll get rid of all my belts. All of those. And the miners. So I'll need more belts. I need... Oh, accumulators. That's right. I need a lot of accumulators. So we'll take an extra 600 belts. We should have enough undergrounds and splitters. Let's see. Is there anything else I should bring? Maybe another stack of inserters just to make sure. I'm guessing 100 will be more than enough. But we'll want to leave some on the planet. Leave some behind. We'll want some delivery cannon chests, which are down here at the bottom, so that we can send some things there to do logistics stuff with. And then I'll need to grab the logistics bots, which are over here. We'll do 50 and 100. And then finally, we will grab accumulators. So let's do some math here again. The normal ratio is 0.84 per solar panel, which is 60 kilowatts. So if we multiply that by 400, divide by 60, multiply by 400, we now need 5.6 accumulators per flat solar panel on the normal day-night cycle. However, we are not on the normal day-night cycle. It is 7.06 compared to 6.94. So divide by 6.94, multiply it by 7.06. And then also, we only have 97% solar power. So in this case, we need less accumulators per solar panel, divided by 0.97. Or no, the ratio, let's see. Yeah, I'll divide by 0.97. Multiply by 0.97. Okay, so I need 5.5 accumulators per panel, and we decided we needed about 100 panels, so 550 accumulators, I believe. So I'm going to drop off some things. I don't have enough inventory space. We'll drop off some more belts, and what else can I get? I don't want to lose any of my solar panels. Those are valuable, but we can put some other things in there. Okay, and then we'll go grab 550 accumulators to go with our 100 solar panels. And that should be the correct ratio for about... Let's see, did I get this right? 25.6 megawatts. Let's do one last check. 25,600 divided by... It was 280 on average for each times... Or divided by 0.97. Yeah, 100 panels will be enough to provide all of this with power, plus a little bit extra. We will have the meteor issue, same as before, so I will make some repair packs to leave on the planet. And that way, if asteroids do some damage, then we can hopefully repair the damage. Oh, I also wanted to mine some of the vulcanite. I think I'll do that in a separate launch. Though, I do need enough fuel to get back, so I'm glad I remembered. Glad I remembered this. So, the radius is very small on that planet, so it should be less fuel to get back than 60k. So, we need... How many barrels is that? So if each barrel held 100, it would be 600 barrels. So we need 1,200 fuel barrels? That doesn't sound right, but maybe it is. And unfortunately, I don't think I have that many. I only have this many. So what we'll do is we'll use logistics, because I don't want to ferry that many by hand. I have a little combinator here that I can plug custom signals into. So we will say liquid fuel barrel. So 2 is 100, 1,000, 10,000, and then 60,000 would be 1,200. So that is correct, and we'll turn that on. Okay, it does look like we have enough somewhere in the logistics system. And so that should give me enough fuel to come home, I assume. We can always launch more with our delivery cannons if we have to. And then I really wish I had some cliff explosives. Because there's so many cliffs, I'm going to need more underground belts. Let's see, how easily can I make some cliff explosives? Because I'm going to want some for the, at least the area. Yeah, I can request all that. I think I'm providing the explosives. Where am I making them? Making them up here. Yeah, they're in a provider chest. We'll leave some more available. Cliff explosives. I hate cliffs. Okay. We'll do that. Get a couple stacks. And we need to provide the grenades that I used oh so long ago for military science. We're still using red belts here. Okay. Here we go. Some cliff explosives. We're now going surprisingly slow. We'll speed you up. They stack to 20, so yeah. We'll give that a minute and view our surface again, plan a couple things out. We will also have to kill some biters, because I don't want a few random biters doing some damage. I completely forgot about biters. So that means I will need some laser turrets, which unfortunately I have not created any yet. We'll do that right here as well. Laser turret, request. We'll request enough for 5, and put those in a chest. Power everything up. Do a stack. And then looks like we're running short on electric motors, which seems to be something I'm always running short on. But I can't... Oh, I do have a beacon here. Okay. I'm okay using more power these days, so we'll speed that up. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so we've got some clip explosives. We are short on something. I'm a little confused. Oh, how did that get... connect? I don't know how this happened. Maybe I clicked on the inserter, and that's what additional paste settings did, but it put a condition on the inserter itself, which I was not expecting. Okay, so on the surface, so far the only biter we've seen, we've got some big spitters, spitter spawner, and I mean, that's it. There's a couple more over here to the west. Which are just some worms. That's not even spawners. There's one more to the north. Also not a spawner. I mean, at this rate, I could almost just go around the whole planet myself and kill everything by hand with armor-piercing ammo. How much armor do they have? They have resistances. None. Okay, so those are easy to kill with just armor-piercing rounds. Yeah, I think I can handle those easily enough. We could also put some adaptive armor in there, potentially. Good idea. Get this researched. Might as well. Just in case. We'll have to fight some more biters at some point. Okay, so I've got 20 cliff explosives, 7 laser turrets. That feels good enough for now. And we will craft a couple of those. We'll take one more stack of ammo, just in case, maybe 2 stacks, although I don't have enough room. Let's get rid of a couple random things. Okay, we'll take 2 more stacks of ammo, just in case. I also have this cryo gun that seems pretty sweet. Alright, so we should have enough fuel for a return trip. We've got everything we need. I'm going to make some fuel refineries. 1, 2, 3, 4. That will be for the vulcanite. And then I will grab 1 more stack of miners. Oh, I need to process all the vulcanite, just like I did before. So we'll need an extra, maybe 2 chemical plants, an extra water well, an extra pulverizer. And I have the assemblers. So I'll process a small amount of vulcanite, just enough to get me some fuel. And then I'll take some more efficiency 1 modules if I have them. I do. Perfect. I left some catalogs and insight in my inventory. I don't know how those got there. Okay, let's plug in the armor. So that'll be a nice little shield. Mark II I make from Mark I. And I think we're ready. So we'll save the game. Free H, because I don't want to type out the full name of the planet. And we will go ahead and launch to the general vicinity. 98.5% cargo safety seems pretty good. I feel like I should be utilizing this cargo space more, but I don't know what I would put in here. So hopefully this is good enough. And here we go. switch off of my nanobots, as I've learned. And here we are. A new planet. So we landed right in the middle there. So I'll have to move everything over, which is going to be a bit of a pain, because this is going to be the new home base. And yeah, okay. So I think I'll put the base here-ish, so I can bring in Kryonite from both sides, and I'll cliff explosive all that away. So to start with, I will make a storehouse to put stuff in. And I'll put my inventory in these, which is, of course, not enough. Didn't know I had that many inventory spaces. We'll use the better armor. Can hold more hit points. Okay, so we need to put all of this stuff in the chests. I think that's it. Can I kill trees with this thing? Slowly. Okay, not really. I guess it only does 3. It doesn't even say the damage. There it is. Damage 60 per second, cold. So I guess if you freeze enemies, maybe it damages them. Let's go find out. Let's kill those biters. Have some fun. Fly over there in my jetpack. Basically Iron Man. Okay. Where were they, though? Just to the west. This one? There's one. So yeah, I've frozen the worm. And we can just shoot it dead. That's cool. Okay. We'll freeze everything here. Look at that. And then shoot it. I think that does it for that spawner. Okay, so my cliff explosives I will use. I don't know if 20 is going to be enough, but it will help at least. We'll kind of clear out this area. We need our trees and rocks. Deconstructor. Oh, my inventory's full. That's frustrating. What can I get rid of? We'll place these somewhere. Okay, so this whole area, we'll get rid of all that. Of course, we don't have space. Okay, let's put down our solar. Okay, so this is where I'll put the main processing. Now we'll want to place our mining drills, which I think are back in this other chest. And we can make an adaptive armor 3 once we get maybe back to base. Okay. Here we go. So I might as well collect that. And then we'll get the rocket fuel and cargo parts later. Right now, and we'll get rid of some stone here and coal. We definitely don't need that. Right now we'll take all the miners and the belts, modules, get rid of the cargo parts here. Modules. There we go. Okay, I think I've taken everything else. Okay, yep, so we'll need all that when we launch a rocket. I'm really hoping... I mean, that has 1,500 health, so I'm hoping it will stand up to a meteor hit. That would be a whole new game if that all got destroyed by meteors. I'd have to start using delivery cannons to launch all the materials to make an entirely new rocket on this planet. Okay, up here. Alright, so here's my first Kryonite field. And we will deconstruction planner around it. It's not as big as I'd like. I'm only going to be able to fit so many miners on this. But we'll do what we can. Need the cliff explosives. Just use my blueprint if I can find it. What was that? Don't know what that explosion was. We'll get these connected. The other nice thing about using all these efficiency modules is there will be less pollution to attract biters. Oh, there's some water right there. Of course, the meteor struck exactly where my base is going to be. It's just how these things work, you know? Okay, we've got power. I think all the Kryonite is tapped. So we'll run this over. Let's do one of these. Deconstruct all the trees and rocks right in front of me. I just tried to jump with spacebar. That doesn't work, but the jetpack does. Okay, there we go. So, Kryonite Processing. Let's start with that. And then we'll need to get solar placed. So, I need 4.72, so... we'll just do the same thing we've done before. Okay. Pulverizers with a beacon in the middle. I don't have my normal ground building here. So this beacon is what? 3 and 5? So each of these can handle 9.6, which is probably 2 inserters. Okay, get substation. Bam. And then I will connect up this power with power from our miners. Okay, we've got that, and then I think I will use the outside, just to make it simple, 6.33 output. Probably could just do 1, but I want to make sure we don't run out. The sound of walking on ice is really cool. It's that crunchy snow sound. Okay, so we've got all of this powered. And then that will be crushed Kryonite. And then we need one of these guys with chemical plants. And the water we'll have on the outside. And it'll just be a nice closed loop. And what we'll do is we'll have a water well with a top-up valve. If I can find it. Here we go. So it will only fill it up to 80 with that water. And then I need to copy this because this is only 8 and we need 13. So that's 16, we'll remove 3. Okay, so our water should be all good to go there. We need inserters into each of these. There we go. Don't need that one. And then we need inserters out. Okay. And then we will need to process the landfill again. I forgot to bring a recycler, but I think I can craft one with what's in my inventory. So we'll have stone output left, stone ore. And I think that should do it for this step. And then we need a lot of industrial furnaces. So we'll use our cliff explosives here. Hopefully we can fit everything in that area. We've only got 3 cliff explosives left. We'll craft a recycling machine, and that will put landfill in a chest. Or a strongbox, why not? Let's see. Oh, you know what? I only need regular assembling machine for this type of landfill. There we go. Strongbox, and let's make sure this is all powered. Okay, that should do it. And finally, we need sets of industrial furnaces. I think I can just use... I'll have to change the modules around, but I'll just use my blueprint. Like this. So that'll be... We'll need 4 sets. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we want to switch this to Kryonite rods and efficiency module 3s. And these are 7 and 1. So we got the beacons figured out, and then replace all these. And I only need 21, and this is 24. So that should do it. And then it's already all powered with substations. Don't need these on the end. Oh, okay. I thought that was placing from here onto this belt, and I was a bit worried because that would mean my blueprint was wrong, and therefore a lot of things are not working correctly, but we're fine. Okay, so now I need some solar panels, where did I put? I thought they were in my inventory. But maybe I put them in this chest down here. What I should have just done is unloaded everything, so when I come back... Let's see, it's here. I could have grabbed everything from this chest and flown it back. Where did I put the solar panels? This could be a problem. I thought I had put them... in the cargo rocket, or in my inventory, and clearly neither of those things are true. I didn't put them there. We have an issue. I don't think I brought them. Ha! Let's see. They're probably sitting in a chest somewhere right next to the cargo rocket, knowing myself. Don't actually know. I mean, did I put them down up here? No. Well, if you were watching me when I placed them down, I'm sure you'll be yelling at your screen right about now, because you're like, oh, you left them in this place, but I don't know where they are. Actually, I had them in my inventory, and now I don't. And I haven't placed down... I mean, I at least have 50 solar panels, so I've got something. But I didn't think I put them anywhere. I don't see them in a chest. I only made that chest. Are they in... Can they be in a capsule? No, they're not in either of those. Curious case of the missing solar panels. And all the accumulators. I must have put everything somewhere. Okay, maybe it's in, maybe it's somewhere in here. That's only showing scrap and one... Maybe there's something behind some trees here. Now, what if... This would be really... almost like a glitch. I'm wondering if one of the cargo pods landed in the water and it just immediately got destroyed if it lands in water, which would be really... I don't know, that's kind of lame because you have no control. You can't select like, hey, land over here where there's not water. So if that is what happened, I'm definitely not very happy about it. I mean, there are all these cargo pods, but they're empty. I'm going to save the game and load it, because I have no idea what happened. So we're going to check this out. 3H. Okay, I had them in my inventory. And then I launched. So... Oh, I just loaded the same one. Load A. So that means I landed and I placed them down somewhere. That gives me hope. It's just a question of where. Who knows? I may have to go back through my recording. I don't think it's possible I trashed them. Because if I had trashed them, I'm just using this to see, to make sure there's no chests. How would I even have trashed them? It shouldn't be possible. Oh, did I put them in a chest? Yep, here they are. Thank goodness. Starting to get worried. Okay. Well, that should help. Okay, so let's get the ratios so we can... I believe I said I needed... Let's look at our history here. It was 5.5. So for 8 of these, I need a lot of accumulators. So let's see how this looks. We've got 44 to 8. So 8 times 5.5 is actually exactly 44. So this works. And just once in a while, we'll have to change what this looks like. Try to put this places where cliffs aren't. I don't have enough cliff explosives for all this, but we'll build over them. That's fine. Okay. Build a few more nanobots here. Almost there. Grab the rest of our accumulators. And we just need one more solar panel, which I can't place there because of cliffs. So we'll put one here. And not sure exactly what's happening. I guess it was trying to place the accumulators on the cliff spots. So, is there a way to remove all ghosts with the deconstruction planer? Yeah, shift. Deconstruction. Although it didn't remove all the ghosts, it just removed the deconstruction plans. I see, okay. Now this we want, so is that shift blueprint? Does that remove blueprints? No. It doesn't. So can I just, but then I deconstruct all the trees, which I don't want. Interesting. Okay, well we've got all of our solar placed. Now everything should be powered, and we should see Kryonite start flowing. We'll see if that is correct. And I will place some laser turrets to defend. I'm imagining with the amount of biters there are on this planet, one should be enough on each side of the miners. And then we'll place some along our production here. I might need to bring some more back at some point, but that should work for now. Need an underground there. But this seems to be working. Sweet. We seem to have enough power. That's good. Oh, did I do the thing? I did do the thing. We need to go from this side. Which means I need to grab all of this. There it is. Kryonite rods. Feels so good. These get used in all sorts of places, and now we have them. That's awesome. Oh. Yes. Okay. So the main thing we'll do with them is, well, for one, you need them to make beryllium at all, and then whatever these blue anion exchange beads do. I guess we need that to make iridium. So we need them for beryllium and iridium. And then we can make cheaper thermofluid with it, and I feel like there was one other main thing. Oh yeah, we can get water. So what we'll do is we might actually make let's see, sulfuric acid only needs oil and iron. So I'm considering making that on this planet, because then I can mix Kryonite slush with water and send water ice in delivery cannons. And you can send 200 water ice in one capsule, and 200 water ice is 20,000 water. So you can send essentially 20,000 water in one shot. So we have iron here. I don't know if there's oil, though, on this planet. Let's see. There is a tiny bit, which is really all you need for sulfuric acid. So if I could just find one little spot of oil, that could do it. Yeah, here we go. There's some right here. So I can make sulfuric acid right here, and then I can ship water ice directly from this planet. And then I'll ship the Kryonite rods potentially en masse to my orbital station is probably where I'll want it. I'll actually need to ship it to the planets I process beryllium on. So maybe I'll just ship everything to Navi and process it there. Not totally sure. But this has been a long episode, so I think I'll call it quits here. We've achieved our second alien planet mining outpost, or I guess our third if you count Navi. But had a lot of fun. In the next episode, hopefully we'll work towards Holmanite and beryllium, and we can start getting some of those advanced materials. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time.